Oh, look at her, she's right there. She's dancing. Man has had a 9,000-year relationship with honeybees. Our agricultural system, and it's not even our agricultural system, mankind needs more pollinators, needs healthy pollinators. It's because of pollinators that we have this diversity around us. And if you take those pollinators out of the equation, our lives would change forever. One of the things that impressed me the most through beekeeping is realizing the parallels between the way soil works and the way a beehive works. You got all this bacteria, fungi, nematodes in the soil. In a beehive, you have, 20 kinds of mites. There's fungus in there, bacteria as well, all interacting with the bee, and they interact very similarly to the way they interact in the soil. There's parallels there that you can learn from each side, and I think my 8 years of farming, it was prepping me to understand how a hive works. And vice versa too, after studying the hive, I appreciate and understand a lot more how soil works. It's sort of been a full circle for me with the bees. It connected all the dots together for me. I love sowing cover crops for the bees. Buckwheat, any flower that's going to produce food for them. But the beautiful thing about buckwheat, it produces a lot of nectar in a short period of time. And then these little flowers obviously go to seed, right? And you can collect that seed and make pancake mix with it, or it makes a great flour. Buckwheat's also a nitrogen fixer. What a nitrogen fixer is a plant that takes the CO2 out of the atmosphere into the plant, and through its roots here, puts nitrogen back into the soil. And at the same time, you're feeding a bunch of pollinators. And because they're all in here pollinating too, these seeds are going to be stronger because they're getting pollinated so many times. The seed you get off this crop is going to be, I think, healthier. And then you can have the richest soil you want. But a lot of these plants, doesn't matter. Unless there's a pollinator involved, you're not going to get that food product that you're after. Mother Nature is not a monocrop. It's always a diversity going on, and that's the key thing here that I think we've lost track of a little bit. Anybody that brings bees into their garden, for example, will notice the health of their gardens will increase. The honeybee creates stronger seed and stronger genetics. She's going to come land on this flower, pollinate it, come over here and pollinate this one, pollinate this one, pollinate this one, but she's moved pollen around these 4 flowers and mixed it all up, and it's created genetic diversity. And she's doing it all. Whereas we wouldn't be as creative. We just couldn't do it as efficiently and as nicely as a honeybee. We think as humans that we make natural processes better, but I think over time we've proven that we actually make them worse and less efficient. They've got it figured out. I mean, these girls have been doing this for 50 million years almost. They've evolved with the flowers, and the soil has evolved with the plant. And they've done it the most efficiently and sustainable way possible. So the way Mother Nature has done it works. And I find when we try and tweak it, we generally don't make it better.